Hi, my name is Jacob Reed, and welcome back to my channel. Once again, I'm here with Allison McGraw, and we're going to be talking about Twin Peaks, The Return, episodes 11 through 14. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yo, what's up? You guys already know me by now if you've watched the other two videos. These episodes are pretty great, so we're gonna have a lot of fun talking about them.
Yeah, we took better notes this time, so it's less pathetic than the last, the third video we made. So, starting out, we see more of Sally and Bobby, and Becky's still with old crackhead boyfriend.
Yep, she runs over Shelly with her car.
Yeah, and that guy's Carl Rudd, the guy who's the trailer park owner. He helps Harry Dean Stanton, kind of helps her get to the dino. I don't know why he didn't take her to the hospital. I feel like he should have done that first, but
Nobody takes anybody to the hospital
unless you're
in
Dougie.
this movie.
Yeah,
Well, it is kind of a movie.
it's kind of a movie.
Okay.
Yeah, and I liked when Harry Dean Stanton was saying to the guy like, "Don't donate blood. You don't have to worry about rent," because he's worried about his health and stuff because he keeps selling his blood to pay for rent. I don't know. Harry Dean Stanton's
Basically,
nice.
Harry Dean Stanton, good guy.
Yeah, good guy. Really good guy. We find out that Becky's boyfriend is sleeping with Donna's sister from the original series.
The piano, wizard.
Yeah, who Leland was dancing to before he passed out that one time. And then we have Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, who was working with Golden and Diane and Albert.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Got a light?
Yeah. He gets killed by God a Light thing. Those things are very creepy, by the way. Very creepy. So Bobby and this crazy so like these shots are filed because
This little boy.
this little boy had like a gun and he shot through the windows of the double R, and Bobby's like screaming with this crazy woman screaming at him because he has to go somewhere. He's like,
I'm late for dinner and I have miles to go. And her son. No, wait, no, her daughter. It's her daughter. No,
oh, Hododdle? Yeah.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
Yep, like this green goo comes out of her mouth, and it's like really awkward and really long, this scene, but it's like, whatever happened, like, what does this have to do with anything?
I have no idea.
I don't know if that's like you're lying or you do know.
No,
'cause
I
you've
really
seen
don't.
The show,
I
so.
really don't know what the point of that was.
Well, it was a cool thing.
Yeah, Lynch loves his drone shots.
Yep, more drone
Every
shots.
time he introduces a new city or new state, he has a very beautiful drone shot. I don't know, really good cinematography. Then we have these two guys from the mafia. One of them's Jim Belushi, and they were sent to kill Cooper because he thinks he didn't have the money, but he does have the money, and he had a dream that's like if he has a cherry pie in that box, they'll let him live, and he does.
Yep, there's a cherry pie in the box.
Yeah, they love him. They're like in love with Dougie, and who wouldn't be? Doug is awesome. Um,
Yep. Dougie's pretty great.
Yeah.
He's grown on me. I don't want him to ever leave.
yeah. We got the one-armed man tell Cooper to buy the box, which makes me think that he went inside Jim Belushi's head and told him that if he has a cherry pie, everything's gonna be fine. Like, I think the one-armed man went inside Jim Belushi's head and told him that. You know? And then the later eating dinner. Nothing particularly interesting happens in that scene besides those three strange pink-dressed women not looking at them directly. But Angelo Badalamenti, who composes the series, he's actually shown playing piano.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
I thought that was very interesting.
yeah, he's a great piano player.
Obviously, because he wrote he wrote the
He
music.
wrote all the music for the series. It's good music. We see Sarah Palmer again, and she's very creepy and unnerving. And
Yeah, she goes into this store, right? And there's turkey jerky now in the store. They stocked up with turkey jerky along with the regular jerky, and this really upsets her.
I have a theory on that.
Uh-huh.
So, we're gonna get to this later, but I have a theory that some scenes in this series are taking place in an alternate reality, and some people, such as Sarah or Audrey, keep switching between the two. And that's why Sarah was freaking out about the jerky, because I think she was there like yesterday and there was no jerky. So, like, it's like she thinks she's in another reality now or something. I don't know. It's kind of a crackpot theory, but feel like it might hold up in these later episodes. Okay, we got Golden Cole's back, and he finds a level at a ball.
French lover.
Yeah, French level. Let's see, takes forever to leave. We'll see when Albert walks in.
He wanted to give her as much screen time as possible.
Yeah, he was just getting a kick out of it, and I guess all the women love Golden because he's
Gordon. He's Gordon Cole.
He's Golden Cole. Linz, I've noticed he has scenes like this that drag on so long. It's so funny because you're just waiting for something to happen. There's so many of these scenes, and nothing happens. Speaking of nothing happening, there's that scene with Dr. Jacoby, which is almost the exact same scene we've seen in the full...
Yep, the golden shit shovel scene.
Yeah. That also goes to my theory that there's two timelines, because they're slightly different, but almost the same exact thing. So, like, they're two different versions of the same event.
Huh.
And Audrey's back, finally.
Took way too long, but she's back.
I remember when this first came out, it took like 12 weeks to see Audrey, and me and my dad were like freaking out, like, where's Audrey? But she's finally back, and she's very bitter. She's cheating on her husband. His husband's a little bitch named Charlie.
And she's cheating on him with Billy, and Tina's somehow related to Billy.
Tina's...
But we don't know who they are.
Tina's also sleeping with Billy, I think. Yeah. But, okay, in the scene with Audrey's and her husband, those two scenes so far, it looks like they're in different places, but in the same room.
Yeah, it's shot like every line Audrey has is shot like it's such a different background.
Yeah.
Compared to the desk.
It makes me think that her husband isn't real. Like, I don't think he's
you have a whole theory about this.
Yeah, I don't think he's real. It doesn't really get explained, but it doesn't get explained. But it doesn't get explained.
The whole scenes feel like a different place.
Yeah. Like she says herself, I feel like I'm not me. I feel like I don't belong here. So I feel like something happened to her.
Yeah, she doesn't even really, I guess, at least as of now, I don't know if later, she doesn't really even recognize her son. She doesn't even, talk about him, does she?
Yeah, she never mentioned him.
Well, she wants to go find him at the roadhouse, right?
No, that's not her son. She wants to find Billy, the woman she's been...
Yeah, so she doesn't even know about Richard.
She hasn't mentioned him. And I found it very odd that Sheriff Truman went to Ben before he went to Audrey. Mm-hmm. It's like
Audrey's his mother.
Yeah, it's like Audrey's not even there, but she says, it's implied that they live close to the roadhouse, so it's just confusing why...
But then she forgets how to get there, remember that?
Yeah. Maybe that's brain damage from getting blown up in a bomb. In the original series, remember?
You think too much about this.
It's Twin Peaks, that's the point. You're supposed to think about everything. But later we find out that, Billy and Tina are real people because we see Tina's daughter talking about Billy. So we know that at least that part of the story isn't happening in Audrey's head.
So this is why I think Jacob's theory is wrong, because...
What if that scene, too, is also happening in another dimension, another timeline?
Okay, Jacob. So there's a conga line, and,
Yeah.
Dougie's in it, and there's really dope music by Angelo Badalamenti.
Yeah, Dougie looks so happy because he has the coffee, and he always gets so happy over the coffee. But then there's Evil Coop, who's the anti-Dougie, and we see an arm wrestling scene.
This is the coolest, the most badass arm wrestling scene ever.
Yeah, because first Evil Coop lets him think that he's winning, because he's puts his hand on the side, but then he's like, nope. You're doing it wrong. Starting position.
This is comfortable, isn't it?
Completely obliterates him and punches his face, and he's dead. It's a crazy scene.
Rest in peace, bald guy.
Yeah, I mean he's kind of a dick anyway, so I don't care. I think you were gonna talk about this one.
Oh yeah, this is one thing I add to the list. Yeah, Evil Cooper makes Ray put on the green ring before he kills him and finds out all the information about where Phil. Mm-hmm. Phil is David Bowie's character.
Philip Jeffries.
Mm-hmm. So then, after he kills him, Ray gets transported into the Black Lodge because he has the green ring on. And Jacob mentioned to me that after that scene, we see the ring on the black table in the Black Lodge, like the marble table, and it's a reference to Fire Walk with Me because that same shot is in the movie, right?
Yeah, it's like the same thing. It goes to where people, like when they die with the ring on, they disappear in the lodge. Like when Laura died with the ring on, she was there with the angels and the ring was on the table and stuff. But when this guy died, I mean, he's a bad person, so that didn't happen.
I thought it was clever though that
Yeah.
Evil Cooper made him put on the ring so he could avoid putting on the ring himself.
Yeah, we have Todd Packle from The Office. I just realized he plays a detective in this.
I was thinking like this guy looks very familiar, but yeah, he's from The Office, the actor.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen this so years ago, and I didn't notice it the first time, but the second time I noticed it, so.
Jacob Reed drinks his coffee with a straw.
Yeah, this is very relevant
This
to this
is extremely
video.
relevant. Everyone should know this. Jacob, how do you feel about this? This is embarrassing.
I don't think there's anything wrong with drinking hot coffee with a straw.
Hot coffee.
I feel like it's easier to drink, because you don't have to, like, peel lips upon it. You could just, like, and the coffee's in you. You know?
The coffee's in you.
I just feel like
Repeat that
it's
one more
easier.
time.
The coffee's in me. It's just easier to get it in me.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Cooper avoids death via back rub.
Yeah, okay. So this businessman's trying to poison Agent Cooper or Dougie, and he like puts the poison in his coffee. But Cooper comes up and sees like this white stuff on his back, and he starts giving him a back rub. So that gives this business guy some guilty conscience, and he starts crying, and he doesn't poison Cooper. So it's like
Yep, he throws it away in the urinal.
he saves his life because Cooper gave him a back rub. It's just, why was that scene there?
Dougie's a good guy.
Yeah.
Ed's back.
Yeah, he's great. I liked him in the original series.
Tell the little story about
Oh
how
yeah.
David Lynch.
So I can't really tell this one perfectly, but Ed and David Lynch didn't really talk to each other for a while. I guess they just went their separate ways because Ed stopped being an actor. But for when he was casting for the new series, Lynch called Ed's phone, but it was like an old address or something, and it was like a telephone he didn't use in years and stuff. But Ed just happened to be at that house picking something up, and if he didn't pick up the phone, then he would have never been in a new series. So it's like some miracle that he was in this. I just thought that was a
So
really
Ed
cool
was
story.
like off the grid,
Mm-hmm.
and David Lynch.
David
found
Lynch
him.
didn't really know how to get to it, but yeah, I found him, and it was pretty cool.
James is singing again.
Yeah.
Send help.
Call for help.
Call for help.
He sings the timeless tune, Just You and I, and it's as good as it was back then. I
wish we could pull up a clip for you guys.
copyright.
We'll put a link in the description.
Yeah, for the best song ever, in case you want to watch it again. He looked so happy when he finished it. I just feel like Lynch hates him, so they're making him do these terrible songs. Golden Cole's talking to Albert, and he mentions that he had another Monica Bellucci dream. And she's this famous Italian actress, but she plays herself in this series. But she's in his dream. So is the real Monica Bellucci like know about these lodge shit, or is it like some spirit who wants to look like Monica Bellucci?
We'll never know. We
Yeah.
just know.
He had another
She's black
Monica
and
Bellucci
white.
dream. Yeah. She said, "We are the dreamer who dreams, but who is the dreamer?" Which kind of hints at a resolution of that storyline. Because there's many people at this point who could be the dreamer. It could be Audrey, it could be Cooper, it could be Gordon, it could be Philip Jeffries, it could have been any of them. And in that dream, Gordon remembers his conversation with Philip
I
Jeffries.
think it's Laura Palmer. Laura Palmer's
It could be
the dream.
Laura. Could be.
But continue with Philip
Yeah.
Jeffries.
So Gordon remembers his meeting with Philip Jeffries, which we saw in Fire Walk with Me. And actually, David Bowie, before he died, he requested to Lynch that his voice is dubbed by an actual Louisianan. Because I guess he was embarrassed with the voice. But I thought it was comedically funny, so they should have left it in. But this means that Gordon must have forgotten about seeing Philip Jeffries again. You know, it's like they all lost their memories of it. Because Gordon's like, I saw him, I remember that day. It's as if they all forgot about it. So I don't know what that means.
I think Philip Jeffries also disappeared into Black Lodge?
I think he. Well, I can't say anything because
Okay.
it comes back later.
He worked with Ray, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, or if that was the fake Philip Jeffries, because
Yeah.
they said that was a fake Philip Jeffries too. I feel like whatever happened to Philip Jeffries also happened to Kiefer Sutherland and Chris Isaac from the original movie, Fire Walk with Me. Because remember when they touched the ring and they disappeared as well? So we got the eyeless woman from the land of non-existence coming to Twin Peaks.
Yep, Andy carries her.
Yeah, because there's this creepy wormhole in the sky that shows up to both Gordon Cole, the guy with the green glove, and the Twin Peaks cops. And Andy gets, like, sucked into it or something, and he talks with the giant, who is also the File Man, I guess. I guess that's his name now.
Very surprising that Andy is in such a situation, but I guess anything David Lynch chooses to do is surprising.
Yeah. So he sees a bunch of visions in this big TV thing on the ceiling. He sees the both of Bob and the Gotta Light people, like the same clips we saw in episode 8. And he sees Laura surrounded by the angels in Fire Walk with Me, which makes me think that she was born to defeat Bob and the evil spirits like Judy, who gave birth to Bob in my theory. And he shows like all the number 6s appearing on the different lampposts. What's like I've noticed in the earlier episodes, so it's nice that they called that one back. And will that be shown again? I don't know. Speaking of the British dude with a glove, he has the green glove, and he also got sucked into the wormhole and met the giant. So his whole purpose was to come to Twin Peaks with this magical glove. So
He could tell James about it on his birthday.
I don't know. I mean, something probably will happen with
He's
the glove
already
guy.
more important than James.
Yeah, James was in 3 seasons and in the movie, and this glove guy did more than him so far. So what does that say?
Just watch the song we post in the description. It's very important.
Just you.
Yeah, just you. Sarah Palmer rips off her face and kills an asshole at a bar.
Yeah, this guy's like bowling her and calling her a lesbian and shit, and Sarah Palmer has enough, and she just like kills him. The guy's shirt says "truck you" on it, and she has the same face that white thing that was in the box and inside of that bomb. So she's possessed by that thing, kind of like how Leland was.
Okay, but what do you think it means that Sarah Palmer and Laura Palmer did the face thing? What does that mean? That they both did it?
I think
We didn't talk about this.
Okay, I think it's because when Sarah Palmer was little, she swallowed that frog that came out of that bomb thing. Oh, that was sent to Earth by the giant. So that gave her, like, these, like, connections to the spirits. And that connection passed on through the genetics to Laura.
Okay.
That's my theory, at least, because Laura in the Black Lodge, in the new series, she rips off her face, but it's a white face. It's like a white face that's smiling. But when Sarah does it, it's the black face, and it's like, not black face, but you know what I mean. And it's like that Judy thing, who I think is Judy. So maybe Laura's the good spirit and Sarah's possessed by the bad spirit? I don't know. And there's one final question you wanted to ask?
Yes. Big question. Will Dougie face Evil Cooper in a boxing
Arm
match?
wrestling?
Arm wrestling? I don't know. But will they face each other? That's interesting because now they've tracked down Dougie with his prince, right?
Yeah.
So
and
now they're after Dougie.
Diane's sister is Janie E, aka Naomi Watts, so she knows Dougie Jones. But she's estranged from him. She hasn't seen him for years, so she never met Dougie Jones. Because if she did, she would have realized that that's Cooper. So through her, they're going to find Dougie Jones. And Gordon's like, hey, you're Cooper, or something. So guess I'll just have to wait and see if evil Cooper meets good Cooper. Because I feel like that's what they've been setting up since episode 1, you know? So, do you have anything else to say?
Just again, please watch the song in the description.
Just you and I.
Thanks for watching our longest episode so far.
Yeah. I think our longest episode will probably be the finale, though. Like, our next episode, we'll be talking about the last 4 episodes. And I feel like we both have a lot to say about them because a lot of shit happens in it. So, yeah, I post videos every Sundays. And I also post videos talking about Fargo on Mondays. So, check those out if you like that show. Please click below and subscribe and leave a like and let me know what you think about Twin Peaks, these episodes, or just Twin Peaks as a whole. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice night and
Stay safe!
yeah, good job. Yeah, okay, peace.